Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to another episode of Out Here. My name is Jeff Wadley.
I'm Jennifer Bim.
Today, we are coming to you from Salud on Cherry and 4th Street. Now, Salud is a smoothie joint. And if I don't know if you can see that, I have what's called a dragon dragonfly, I think? Dragon fruit, dragonfly, something like that. And it's fruity and tangy. Really good, actually. And I will be, of course, putting some pictures and videos so you can see what the inside of the place looks like. Very, very friendly staff. Very fresh ingredients. I thought maybe I would feel a little uncomfortable when I first came, but turns out I don't. So the place is very beautiful inside, very good ambiance, very good decorations. I think now they're getting ready for Halloween. What did you think about the inside?
I loved it. I thought the fall decorations are really cute. I love that. Everybody's really friendly.
Yeah, for sure.
And I love this green smoothie.
So you got a green smoothie.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is vegan, by the way. And it's not to say everything we're going to do is vegan. It's just
Right.
that, Jennifer, given her condition, it's a little nice and sensitive to find places that both people who want a alternative eating experience can have. Not just everything has to be meat based or dairy based. It's nice that there's some options out there that people can have that are healthy.
Yeah.
So we are out on the street again, out here, LB, on the corner of Cherry and 4th. Beautiful place. You will love it. It's again in the Long Beach's Retro Row district, I think. One of these days I'm gonna get it right. If you like the drip, it's my Long Beach t-shirt that's on the site, creative1customs.com, creative1 customs, creative1customs.com. This shirt and all the other shirts I wear on the show is there. And today we're going to talk about the Facebook, Instagram shutdown.
Okay.
Now, so yesterday I get up, like many days, I get up and I want to go on my Instagram because I'm egotistical and I want to see how many people have liked my previous posts, which is probably, the spirit world telling me that maybe I shouldn't be so concerned with Facebook and Instagram. But I go on there and I see that Instagram is down, and then I see that Facebook is also down. And I'm like, okay, did I pay my bill? I'm like, okay, I know I paid my bill. Matter of fact, I'm hooked up to Wi-Fi at the time. And I'm just like, oh, what's up? So I go to TikTok, and TikTok is working well. And there's somebody on TikTok that goes, oh yeah, Facebook is down today. And maybe it has something to do with this 60-minute special where some whistleblower has come out and say that talks about Facebook and Instagram practices. Which I'm like, immediately I'm thinking it's gonna be some juice, some what do you call it?
Some dirt.
Some dirt. Yeah. I think immediately it's gonna be some dirt. And so Jennifer and I watched the 60 Minutes special yesterday, and What do you think? What do you think about it?
Well, I watched the special, and I didn't hear any, groundbreaking revelations
Right.
about Facebook or Instagram.
Right.
I heard them say, "Oh, they're putting people's safety under Facebook profits," or however she said it.
Right.
And when she said that, I started really paying attention and being alert. Well, then how are they doing that? Oh, they're promoting misinformation and hate speech.
Right.
And then I immediately got suspicious because I'm thinking this is a manufactured report on the news.
Right.
In order to, make the opening bigger for censorship.
Right.
For them to regulate social media more.
Right.
I think that's all it is.
Which is kind of weird because you would think that the story would be a little bit more specific in their allegations. You know what I mean? She's all like, "Oh yeah, they're promoting hate and violence," and I'm thinking to myself, how's that different than the movie industry, or how's that different than like radio or
regular
like
TV
or like music?
Yeah.
Like as a matter of fact, I have a close friend of mine, and we're talking about the show, the Out Here LB show, and he's like, "Oh well, if you want to get viewers, you gotta talk about some salacious stuff. Like everybody wants to, like the more people you get to hate you, the more viewers you're gonna have." So I just think in America, like violence, and I mean, I'm not saying it's right or if it's good, but I think like violence in America is like the American way. I think, and she's all like, "Well, I mean, I like the way they think the broad got fired." You know what I mean? And she's just mad that because I think they did say that she was part of the ethics department or something like that. Okay. And like after Trump lost the election, then it was like, oh, they disbanded her team, and from what I'm seeing, they didn't reassign her. They probably just like let her go. So. She's like, now she's all like, "Oh, well, they're endangering the public," and I'm just, me personally, I don't think it's Facebook's job to regulate human behavior. I don't think it's Facebook's job to say what content should be and what content shouldn't be. I personally lean on the side of individuals having responsibility for themselves. You know what I'm saying? If you go out and you murder somebody, what you gonna say? Facebook made me do it? I mean, so...
Yeah, and I think this might be the opening for a fight, when we're talking about freedom of speech and, what kinds of things should be censored and, kind of manipulate... Well, yeah, kind of, controlling what the public sees and hears.
Right.
I think they want more control. I think government...
More censorship of the internet,
and so
basically.
People want
like,
more control over what
more like
people
net
see here.
neutrality. They tried to have this net neutrality thing. And I think people support the internet being unregulated because it's like a place where people can go and actually, be themselves. Now, granted, I feel like, the flip side to that is like porn is available everywhere, and like little 9-year-olds, 13-year-olds is like, where porn usually you have to pay for it. Now you can go in there and just see anything you want. So, I can see that being a problem for children. But, for the most part, I think, people should be held responsible for the things that they do. You can't say, "Oh, January 6th wouldn't happen if Facebook wouldn't allow freedom of speech." Or, I mean, I think something else that was said that kind of alerted me a little bit. No, not what was said, what wasn't said that kind of alerted me, and that was the whole thing about the Russians helping Donald Trump win by using social media. And I'm like, well, if they're going to make any case about Facebook and social media and the bias or unbiased or whatever case they're trying to make, as far as the safety and security of the public at large, they would make a claim or at least a statement about social media being used, people having fake accounts, being used to influence elections by putting out misinformation, which they didn't really get into that. And when I heard it, I'm like, okay, well, this is about to be something groundbreaking. It's about to be a big deal. But
I mean, I think that's the part of the report I was disappointed in because, you know, it was very vague, you know, and they use words like, oh, misinformation, oh, they're promoting violence, but nobody elaborated on that. They didn't say how, they didn't say what kind of misinformation, misinformation about what. So that automatically made me suspicious as to the motives behind this whole report. You know.
So, I mean, I don't know. I think it's kind of like sensationalism, but not really, because it was like nothing really sensational about it. It was kind of like, you know what I mean? Like, okay, Facebook values profits. What corporation doesn't? Like, I mean, you know, you got people out here drinking sodas and beef and like eating everything and consuming things that are not necessarily good for us. And, you know, like every corporation knows that there's a certain level of things that are unhealthy.
Yeah, it's a McDonald's fault that, you know, somebody eats Big Macs every day and now they have a health problem. I don't think so, but
I mean, look, do corporations play a part? Yeah, but I mean, according to the law, they don't. You know, according to the law, it's my fault if I eat cheeseburgers every day. It's my fault if I go on Facebook every day. You know, it's the parents' fault if they're not regulating how much their kids go on social media. Like, does a 13-year-old need a smartphone? I don't think so. I mean,
I don't know. They may or may not for whatever reason, but I don't think that, you know. And I'm a parent, you know, so I know that it is difficult. It is difficult to regulate every single thing that your kid does or your kids do. However,
but I think it's unfair to blame an industry. We have opinions about things, but at the end of the day, people are responsible for themselves. I mean, especially if you are of age of consent. That's what being American is. American is being able to say, I don't want to deal with this no more, I can leave.
Yeah. I mean, but I do think that there is, I think that most people, well, I don't know how many people, in my opinion, they want society to run smoothly. And they, you know, we have all these different personalities and when we converge, you know, we want behavior that is makes living sustainable for
I get that.
Everyone.
But the thing is, people have a right to be assholes in this country.
I mean, they do.
They have a right to say what they want. You have the right to walk away. You have the right to not answer. You have the right to not engage. You have the right to flip the channel. Nobody has people tied up with their eyelids tied open talking about you got to consume this content.
Nobody's controlling your thumb.
Yeah, I mean, you know what I'm saying? So it's like courts treat people like corporations and vice versa. If you don't know the law, that's your problem. Now, you can argue that the government makes victims of us all because we don't know banking laws, we don't know standard law, we don't know what's in our food, but we can't sue the corporations, we can't sue McDonald's for giving us hypertension because we didn't know what was in the hamburger. And who knows what's in the McDonald's hamburger? I don't. Do you?
Well, no, but I mean, I guess, yeah, I mean, if McDonald's was selling, you know, poison hamburgers.
But they are though. Like you ever seen that there's this documentary on what happens to you? This one dude, he ate McDonald's for like 30 days.
Oh yeah.
He ate nothing but McDonald's.
Supersize
Me. He ate McDonald's for like 30 days. At the end of it, he had gained like 17 pounds. He had high blood pressure and all this stuff, and it's like this stuff is killing him. So are we gonna blame McDonald's because he chose to eat McDonald's for 30 days? It's like, you know, is McDonald's taking advantage of people's vulnerability by mixing salt with sweet? It's like, oh, that's so good, I can't help it. It's like, absolutely, but that's not their problem. You know what I'm saying? You can't control yourself and not eat a McDonald's shake.
But so, okay, I guess it comes down to this then. would you rather have the freedom to choose what you will and will not do, or would you rather someone else just regulate it for you?
No, I would rather have the freedom
and
to choose.
It depends on
I'd rather have the freedom
where
to choose.
you are in life.
Because I'm a one at McDonald's.
Yeah.
Now, if I eat McDonald's every day, that's on me. But don't take away McDonald's, because I need some self-control. You feel me? Like, but I need to be responsible enough to make proper choices for me and my family. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, I mean, should people be more educated? Yeah. Should like, okay, labeling and all that stuff, should that be more prominent? Absolutely. Give people what they need to make proper decisions. Just don't make decisions for me. So
in conclusion, then I think that people...
In conclusion, are we going to end? It's time to...
No. Well, in my conclusion, I say all in all, I think Facebook should just not be regulated. I mean, I think that people should just kind of choose what they will have in their feed.
I think you should be able to opt out of... Whenever I see a Nicki Minaj advertisement feed come across my stuff, I ain't the biggest fan of Nicki Minaj. I mean, it's all good, but it's like I don't want to see Nicki Minaj all the time.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say, boop, notifications. I don't want to see no more Nicki Minaj.
Now and then, I do understand if they're teaching people how to, make bombs and I
may want to learn how to make bombs.
I don't know.
I may want to kill some beavers.
I don't know.
Like on Caddyshack or something. Like
maybe they should regulate that kind of stuff though, because. I don't know.
I don't think they should regulate information.
That kind of stuff.
I do think that the powers that be should keep an eye on who is accessing information.
Okay,
like if I access how to make 6 different bombs on 6 different days, then maybe I need to be looked at. Don't impede me until you see me going and buying some fertilizer and whoop 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 and say, oh
yeah, maybe that's.
I mean, I'm saying what are we spending trillions and trillions of dollars for in defense if somebody can go blow up something? And the thing about it is, somebody will go blow up something and we'll find out later on that this dude was on a non-buy fertilizer list or non-bomb list. It's like, well, are you enforcing? I mean, people were doing what they were supposed to be doing and following and enforcing the laws that already exist. We don't need no new laws.
Right.
We just need the ones already on the books enforced. And if Facebook is not supposed to be sharing our information, if Facebook is not supposed to be doing certain things, well, enforce that. But new regulations, it's like, I think there's enough, maybe harsher penalties for people who do stuff. But look, this is my opinion, but leave my guns alone. Leave my internet alone. Leave my phone alone. Leave my car alone. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I mess up, come get me. But leave all my, just cut it out. Because I'm willing and able to think for myself. And I don't know about all the rest of y'all out there, but I don't need anybody thinking for me, nor do I want somebody thinking for me, nor do I want to be thinking for somebody else. So, in conclusion, thank you so much for joining us, y'all. This has been another great episode of Out Here LB. Salud is awesome. You see my smoothie is gone. I've been sitting here slurping on it. The smoothies are dope. Vegan, all fresh ingredients. Beautiful day in Long Beach. Don't forget to like, comment, and share. If you have a different opinion, leave it down below. If you think we're stupid and we're dookie heads or whatever, leave that down there below also. Anyway, thank you for joining us. Have a good rest of your day. Peace out.
Peace out.